Hello, welcome to yet another episode on SRE Demystified. I am Dr. Ganesh. In this video, I am going to introduce you the basics of release management. Being a huge topic, I intend to cover it in two separate sessions. So, hope you are aware of what is SRE, what is site reliability engineering, what they do. If not, please feel free to watch out my previous videos. So, if you are a release engineer, what should you know? Release engineers have a solid understanding of source code management, compilers, build configuration languages, automated build tools, package managers, installers. Wow! And their skill set includes deep knowledge of multiple domains including development, configuration management, test integration, system administration, and customer support. That's a lot, right? So, release engineering and SRE, how are they related? Essentially, so Google treats release engineering within SRE because running reliable services requires reliable release processes. So they are tightly coupled. SREs need to know that the binaries and configurations they use are built in a reproducible, automated way. So the releases are repeatable and are in unique snowflakes. Okay. And changes to any aspect of the release product should be intentional rather than accidental. So there is a lot of care that is needed from a release engineer. Now, Google follows data-driven release engineering. So they have tools that report on a host of metrics such as how much time it takes for a code coverage to be deployed into production, or in other words, the release velocity, and statistics on what failures are being used in build configuration files. And release engineers define best practices for using their tools in order to make sure projects are released along consistent and repeatable methodologies. So, what is Google's philosophy on release engineering? They have four golden pillars for their release engineering. Their philosophies include self-service model, high velocity, hermetic builds, and enforcement of policies and procedures. So, what is self-service model? In order to work at scale, teams must be self-sufficient. So, release engineering has developed a best practices and tools that allow their product development teams to control and run their own release processes. And high velocity. So, frequent releases result in fewer changes between versions. This approach makes testing and troubleshooting easier. And of course, hermetic builds. Build tools must allow them to ensure consistency and repeatability. What is hermetic build? Hermetic builds are those builds which are insensitive to the libraries and other software installed on the build machine. Instead, builds depend on known versions of build tools such as compilers and dependencies such as libraries. The build process is self-contained and must not rely on services that are external to the build environment. And finally, enforcement of policies and procedures. Approving source code changes, specifying the action to be performed during the release processes, creating a new release, approving initial integration proposal and subsequent cherry picks, deploying a new release, making changes to a project's build configuration are all examples of places where enforcement of policies and procedures are applicable for a release engineering team. So I will have one more video later on release engineering. For now, all these are taken from the change/release engineering chapter from site reliability engineering textbook from Google. So until we see again, thank you.